Let's move on. Let's talk about some issues coming in New York City. New York City has had a slew of issues coming when it comes to personal safety and things like that. But there are people who are targeting rideshare drivers. Unfortunately, happening all over the country, not just in New York City. But this is the latest thing that we have when it comes to the scam, what they're doing, what they're targeting. So this is something that you want to watch out for. So Sergio.
They're pretty simple. I mean, there's like a gang of criminals doing this. This is really prevalent in the New York City. Um, what they do is they go in each incident, the group requests the driver to change the destination before taking the victim's phone. So what they do is they get in the car and tell the driver to change the destination. You know how you can edit on your phone? And then they grab the phone and
Mhm.
take off, get out of the car. And then once they have the phone, they change the victim. Obviously immediately they can change anything they want because they have the physical phone in their possession. And the police are looking for it. There is the dash cam video, which we cannot show, but there are gangs out there that are doing this. There's also, we're going to talk about a new scam that's out there, which you guys need to be watching out for. So yeah, and this is the one. So and this is from Florida. CCPD received several reports on scams involving Uber and Lyft drivers. Poor Uber and Lyft drivers, bro. As if they don't have anything
Mhm.
else going on. There is a new scam going on. Why don't you guys go scam some of these coders at Uber and Lyft people? I mean, come on, man.
I just don't scam. Go out and work an honest buck.
I don't, man. It's like, come on, man. So anyway, Lee County, Florida, the Cape Coral Police Department has received several cases over the last week in reference to scams. And okay, according to CCPD, look at this scam, Chris. They have received several phone calls from residents from scammers stating they were with a law enforcement agency or a law firm. Okay, there you go. These scammers will say a family member has been arrested or was in an accident and ask for
Mhm.
funds for lawyers to bail money, but that's nothing but a dance. This is where the Uber driver comes into play. The victims are requested to go to their banks and withdraw thousands of dollars and place the funds in packaging to disguise it from delivery drivers. Well, we talked about the Uber Connect, right? So basically, what they
Yep.
do is they call an Uber. They get the Uber guy meets the guy with the cash and then puts it in the car, and then the poor Uber driver will take the cash to the people who are scamming normal people out there. So then an unknowing rideshare driver will show up and pick up the money. Imagine that you get just pulled over after that stuff, bro. Your life is over, and then deliver it to another location outside the city. CCPD says no law enforcement agency or law firm would send drivers to pick up cash or packages. No shit, I would hope so. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So this is another thing that's going on. And then we're going to talk in the next segment. There is another scam going on. This time
Yeah.
involving
But
delivery too.
before we go into that, I want to give a little bit more info on this particular scam itself. This is called it's actually called the grandparent scam, and how it works is they do a lot of background info on you, so they'll find out as much info as they can from you to target you. So this could be a scam that they've been setting up for quite a while, and then they could use software or something that will make it seem like the person that they're talking about is actually in trouble and use audio from them or something like that. It's a very sophisticated scam. And it is unfortunately mostly targeting elderly people, but not always. And what they're doing is they're using phone spoofing software a lot of the time to make it seem like it's coming from that person's phone. Like, let's say Johnny grandson Johnny is calling grandma, is saying, "Oh, I'm in trouble and I need help and I'm in a law predicament issue." The thing is, that's not the case. That's not how it works. So this it goes beyond rideshare. This goes to your family. Let them know these scams do exist. Look up the grandparent scam either on YouTube or do a quick Google search to exactly show how the scam is set up, what they're doing. But then the scam, when it comes to what the Uber and Lyft driver is taking part in, is the transfer of money. So essentially, what a scammer would try to do, and these are mostly overseas scammers that will do this when it comes to like refund scams, like Amazon and the like, Geek Squad. whatever. What they'll end up doing is they'll try to get you to go to UPS and send a package to a money mule. And then they'll have that person working for them and then send it to, on to the next level. But the problem is, these are usually scammers that are in that particular area, and they're targeting. They may not be in that area. Actually, they may just use a money mule and then an Uber driver or a Lyft driver to connect the package to that money mule. So they're trying to bypass these UPS and FedEx, because what UPS and FedEx will do is they'll scan your package. So they'll tell you put all the money into a book and wrap it. So this is something to watch out for. You see, mostly an elderly, because like I say, this mostly targets elderly people, who has, a shoebox size package, and you see that, ask them, is this money? And is this for, is somebody saying that you need to provide law enforcement? Or if you hear them talking about that, you should know automatically that's a scam, and help that person. Say, look, this is a scam. We're not here to take money or anything like that when it comes down to it. Work with them, help them out. Cause like I say, most of the time they are elderly. And this is thousands of dollars, sometimes tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars. I've seen, 40,000, I've seen 200,000, where people are getting scammed out of. So this is something, please be a good be a good neighbor, community member. Let them know exactly what's happening in the event you see something like this. It's usually going to have packaging. It's going to look weird. It's going to be a shoebox size, and they're probably going to look scared a little bit. They're probably going to look a little nervous. And if you're able to get some sort of conversation out of them, if they say anything about law enforcement, if they say anything about in jail, a hospital bill is another thing. Something with hospitals, that is definitely red flag. Ask them a couple of probing questions and see exactly what is going on.
Yep. And Chris knows this stuff inside out because he used to scam scammers. There you go.
Oh, yes, I do. It's
There
so
you
much
go.
fun to screw with them.
But yeah, that's just to let you guys know. So yeah, if you're getting some weird looking packages and things like that, it's very easy to question the person and say, look, what's going on? Is everything okay? Because you're watching out for people. And
Yeah.
if you think that there's something weird, nefarious or anything, you can always go to the local police department and let them know what's going on, and they can look into it a little bit further as well too. All right, so that's all I wanted to say with that, but I did want to make that abundantly clear. But yeah, definitely check out the grandparent scam, because that is a real big scam, and they are using Uber and Lyft drivers. And not only that, these refund scammers are starting to look at that as well too. And they can target pretty much anybody. But again, if you're seeing a weird shoebox size package or something, and it just doesn't look right, maybe they look flustered, they look confused, something like that. Just ask a couple of questions and see what you can do.
All right, thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club, with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you'll be notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.